Hi, this is Eliza Kendall. This is a weekly spirit report that I was guided by my guides, those who guide me from the world of disincarnate, the spirit world, to offer some of the information that I gather throughout my practice, the clients that I work with, the students that I work with, the spirits that I speak with, as well as offering some direct communication in the form of channeling from the spirit world to you. So I'm really thrilled to be offering this to you at this time, particularly as we move into the new Earth. This is a most extraordinary, magnificent time on planet Earth, and I'm really honoured and happy to contribute. And so I want to share a few things with you, and then I'll move into the channeling. I have a bunch of spirits here who are pretty keen for me to get going, so let's get into it. So first of all, what I wanted to share with you is some information that I've gotten over the last week or so around the coronavirus. This is obviously something that's very much in our world right now. And so there are a couple of things that have come through that I have asked my guides if it's okay to share with you in this broad way. They've come through quantum healing hypnosis sessions, as well as through the psychic readings that I do. So the first thing I want to share with you is a question a client asked me, or asked her spirit guides, around the children, around kids. She has a young teen, around them being at home. How is this serving them? Is this a good thing? Basically what was shown to me and what was confirmed by the spirits was that the young to the older teens to the very early adults, in the last few years particularly, or I want to say the world as it was, they were unable to find the truth and clarity of their purpose. I know many teens, to young and older teens, have been confused, they've been lost, they've been really unable to find their way, and it's led to lots of different signs and symptoms: depression, psychosis, acting out, taking drugs, etc. And so what the spirits showed me was that the mass clearing that's happening on the planet right now, once this has cleared, all of the young and older teens will be completely activated and initiated in their life purpose. They will have confidence, they will have clarity, they will know who they are, and they will begin to fully 100% contribute to the building of the new Earth. So I just wanted to share that with all the parents out there and the teens as well, that it's really expected right now, and certainly for the last few years as well, that you haven't really known your place on the world, but be patient because it's coming. You're going to be very clear about that soon, and I'm really excited to see what you're going to do and how you're going to show up to the world. So the other thing I wanted to share with you was a client of mine asked a question about how to share in the media and how to share things in general. She works in mainstream media, and she wanted to really be contributing positively to this time on Earth and not adding fear back in. And so the advice that was given to her was that before she spoke with her colleagues, or before she began to create anything that was being shared out there into the public, that she get into a space where her head and her heart were aligned, and where she felt calm and positive and hopeful for the future. Sitting in that feeling, we could call them the 5D feelings if you like, but sitting in feelings of trust and knowing that a great evolution is taking shape and that all are going to benefit from it. Equanimity is coming back, freedom is coming back, peace is coming back to this planet, as well as magic. So that was the advice coming through for her, and I think that's really great for all of us whenever we get ready to share something out there in the media as well, to just make sure we're really in that yummy place of love and positivity, and we're not actually sharing anything from a place of fear or confusion. The other thing I wanted to share with you is because in a quantum healing session I had not so long ago, my client did ask about coronavirus. It had only just come out at that time. This was a few weeks ago. She is a teacher, so she was asking about how she can best help her students as well as herself. And through that questioning, I then asked if it was okay for the higher self, really, or what we kind of call the oversoul, the superconscious of the entire planet, was what I was speaking with at the time. I asked if that entity was willing to share with us any information about how we can navigate this time. And I'm just going to read it for you because I typed out the response verbatim. So the response was: be responsible, meditate, go back to the essentials, go back to staying with close family and friends and appreciating them. Organize simple things, action simple things, and look at what you can learn from that. Look at the fact that now the economy is slowing down. It is better for the environment. And think about how to be gentle and nicer to the earth. I thought that was beautiful, simple, really easy, very, very clear direction. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you. And yeah, as these different bits of information come to me, I always check with the spirits I work with if it's okay to share it out to the public. And then I'm more than happy to share those things with you. So as I said, I'm going to do some channeling now. I've got some beings and they're kind of waiting to speak with me. So I am a psychic medium, spirit medium. And what I'm going to do today is allow any spirit, disincarnate being, entity without a body who has positive intentions and appropriate information for us right now at this very specific time on earth that are willing to speak with us, are willing to speak through me. Wonderful. So let's get to that. Before we begin, I'm just going to acknowledge the original custodians of this land and all those that have gone before to care and protect the Mother Earth. We are very grateful that we're welcomed on this country and that we can pass on this beautiful and really helpful information to you right now. Okay, let's do it. We find this to be such a magnificent time on the planet. Isn't it exciting? Oh my goodness, are you not excited about this time on the planet Earth? We are beyond thrilled for you. Our wonderful humans, the wonderful beings that have been on this planet, have been exploring and learning and growing, and you are awakening so much, and you are coming out of adolescence, let's say, into adulthood, and we are so thrilled to be watching you bloom. We are watching you come to understand your magnificence. We are watching you come to understand the truth and the purity of who you are, that you are a soul, and that you are simply using your body to drive along the roads of earth, to have an understanding of what it is to be in a light-based reality, to have an understanding of what it is to move through polarity, to find sovereignty and autonomy in your own choices, to find connection to your intuition. And what we are loving right now is that so many of you are listening deeply. You are listening so deeply, deeper than we've heard you listen before as a group, and we are thrilled at the things that you are listening to and the things that you are hearing, because we want you to know the things that you are hearing are coming from so deep inside of yourself that they are in fact coming from the higher realms. They are in fact coming from your soul, from your higher aspects, from your higher intelligence, or what some of you call the heart intelligence. And we think this is a wonderful term, this is a wonderful word, and we are so thrilled that you are coming into a space where you are understanding and receiving the wonderful, wonderful information and infinite connection that comes from your heart's intelligence. And isn't it a glorious thing that you are noticing everywhere that you turn? Perhaps we feel that you are noticing more and more and more and more the beauty of the planet, and more important than noticing the beauty of the planet. Well, that's maybe the most important thing, but let's say the second most important thing to notice in the beauty of the planet is noticing now how much more room and space and opportunity it has to flourish again and to thrive again. And we want you to know that as the environment that is around you thrives, so too shall you thrive. And it also works the other way. As you listen deeply to your inner knowing and as you follow your heart's intelligence, you thrive. And as you thrive, the entity of Earth that you live on, this exquisite planet that you are constantly co-creating, also thrives. And we are loving how so many of you are noticing the changes in the environment. We ask you to talk about the changes that are happening in the environment, the positive changes, not the scary things. We do not wish for you to continue thinking along the lines of that the earth is going to destruct, or that humans have fucked up the earth. We know you use that word quite a lot, and it's okay. We understand the strength and the power of that word. And so we use it here now to highlight and illuminate the strength and the power that some of you have held on to around the earth and its progression and its evolution. And we want to be really clear with you now in this moment, this time, because we know we have your attention, and thank you for giving us your attention. And we want to be clear with you to help you to understand that the very best thing you can do at this time, and always to contribute to the earth's health and harmony, is to notice the earth's health and harmony, to speak of it, to share it with others. Yes, take active steps to support and nurture and nourish and give back to the planet Earth, but do not do it from a place of fear. Do not do it from a place of anger. Do not do it from a place that thinks that if you don't give back, the world is going to die, or that humans have gone so far that the world can possibly not be healthy again, that we will lose everything on it, that all life will die, or that we will have to be taken off to another planet and you have to, have some other existence in some other place. We want you to know that the earth is cleaning and cleansing right now, and that this cleaning and cleansing has been going on for much, much longer than this virus that is hitting you right now. This virus, we could say, or you could think of it as being the final physical expression or manifestation of the energy of the shifting from what we call the old world to the new world. This energy and this shifting at an energetic level within the grid work of the planet has been going on for some time now, and so many of you have worked to get us to this place, to get the planet to this place. We have been giving you information, we have been supporting you from above, and you have been listening and paying attention, and we are so grateful to all of those who have been working for the new earth and contributing to peace and thinking loving thoughts and sharing joy and beauty with one another, and we want you to keep doing that. Why not? Does it not feel really good? Yes, we are also encouraging you at this time. First of all, we are very grateful that you're listening, and we're very grateful that this space and opportunity has opened up for us to communicate some things with you. And well, the input that we have at this time that we want to share with you is actually to be really gentle with one another and really gentle with yourselves. And maybe we want to find another word for you rather than gentle, because we'd really like to find something that has a bit more of a stronger implication to it, and a stronger charge and energy to it, because what we're really encouraging you to do, and really just requesting that you do, and not on just for yourself, but also on behalf of everyone and behalf of us as well. Those of you of us that are here from the outside, that are guiding you from above, we feel the energy that you have on this planet, and it resonates out into the cosmos around you. And so for everyone and all life and all expressions, and for the greater good and the highest benefit of all, we're actually just asking you and suggesting that you be really, really kind and really gentle with yourself, and really not thinking any of those kind of like nasty and negative thoughts that you've been thinking, and also not thinking nasty and negative thoughts about other people. Even if you think that they've somehow done something that is really bad, or that they've created a virus, let's say, or that they've making silly choices in government, or they're not sort of supporting people in the way that you think, we're actually inviting you to see how much room you can hold for non-judgment of any kind. We know this is something that perhaps may be a little challenging for those of you that have a really strong moral convictions, and while we appreciate the moral convictions, and we appreciate that you want to be as good a person as you possibly can be, we're asking if just for a little while, and as we reform together and co-create this new world, that you open up a little more room within yourself to really just accept and be more gentle with all things. And perhaps if there's something that you think is, wrong or not right or bad, maybe instead of even thinking about that thing, you just simply do something that feels good for you, or do something that feels nice for you, or do something that, really just kind of creates a positive and gentle and easy kind of field and environment and thought forms out there for all of the other humans to kind of move around in as well. Because we are, wanting to remove some fear on this planet. And well, frankly, we're really hoping that this new change that's going on, where, the way that we see it is that the fear has kind of gotten to like its kind of maximum capacity right now. And, often things kind of reach their maximum before they start to dwindle and go the other way. And so we're asking you as a method to support the removal of this great thing that has really just stopped all of you being. And well, we want to say knowing how beautiful you are, because you are already, you're beautiful, magnificent, effervescent, extremely wonderfully, dynamically, exquisitely creative beings. But we feel like, you know, a lot of you haven't really even noticed that about yourselves, and you're not even really aware of it. And so one of the things that we're inviting you to do now, in order to sort of notice this about yourself and see that in the mirror and feel that when you're in your body, and feel it when you're in your vessel, and feel it with your thoughts as well, is to really just be quite careful with your thoughts and allowing them to be very gentle and very soft. So, you know, yes, we're calling for forgiveness, for compassion. So even those who you think have done the wrong thing or made the wrong choices, we're calling for forgiveness and compassion now. And we really want to say that, again, acceptance is the ultimate kind of goal here that we're suggesting to you. So we wanted to just share that with you, and we hope that it's received in the softest, gentlest way that we can. We think that you're doing the most wonderful things that you can do, and we think that no matter what you do, you're most exquisite and perfectly beautiful anyway, just as you are. We come to you with a lot of power, that those of you who are ready to wield power for the cause of love, let's call it, not the ego kind of love that some of you had thought was love. You know what we're talking about. High vibrational, high dimensional information, higher dimensional ways of being in the earth, as you now in your human selves begin to really analyze and understand your choices and make new choices. We wish to infuse you with energy and power, and this energy and power is coming from the fire in the center of this planet, the fire that drives this planet, and we are willing to open the gateways to this fire for those of you who are ready to receive it, and those of you who have the capacity, and we want to say the level of understanding, of choice, of discernment, of how to wield energy with mastery. For those of you who are ready to use this with mastery, we are willing and ready to open up the gateways for you. And next offering, as we are welcomed to come through this vessel or any other vessel to pass on this information with you, we will share what it is that we are wanting to share. But we are asking for some of you now to get ready, to do what it is that you have not yet done, to do those things that you have been avoiding doing, to cut the ties you have been avoiding cutting, to reclaim your energetic field when you have been avoiding reclaiming it for any kind of fear-based reasons. We are asking you to take some time to remove this fear, to allow it to dissolve as the old world dies. And once it has dissolved out of you and you have some more room and space and you can stand in mastery of your energy and how to wield immense power, then we will present to you this information. And if you're so willing to receive it. Okie dokie. Wonderful. Okay, so that's it for now. What we had there was definitely in the beginning one of the members of the Galactic Federation of Light. It really felt like the Arcturian energy, as I've spoken with them before. The second beings I've also spoken with before. I'm not entirely sure where they're from. They are also on the council. But they are, and as you can hear, you know, much gentler with their energy. They're really very like kind of pale pink energy, very nurturing. They feel very Venusian to me. Very, very sensitive beings that are always pouring love. The third that we spoke with were the inner earth beings. They've been coming a bit to me in the last 6 months or so. And they often really, they're awakening fire and the Kundalini energy and the snake energy and kind of reclaiming the reptilian energy as well on the planet. And they're going to be coming up more and more. But as we've heard, they're only going to be come in and presenting to those of you that have mastered the art of wielding energy, which makes a lot of sense to me. I've tried to do some recordings with those beings before without being really clear about what I was going to do with the recordings, and the recordings cut up the minute they came into channel. So they're quite particular about when and where they share this information. So those of you that are ready, that might even be a separate a video that I do. But my name's Eliza, and thank you for watching and listening. I'll be here next week, so yeah, check in with me in a week for another spirit report. Much love. Ciao.